Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to figure out whether a product is going to be a winner or a loser and the factors that I take a look at when checking whether I should test a product. Again, I have 5 factors that I've broken it down into, and let's jump into them and actually take a look at them. But before I do that, guys, remember every single video I give away a free mentorship call. And all you got to do to enter that is like, comment, and subscribe to the video. And the winner from last video is right here, Fernando. Congratulations. Message me on Facebook and we can set up the call right away. Anyway, guys, let's jump into the video and start talking about 5 factors that make a product a winner. It's very rare to see your first profitable ad set right from the get-go. So the first website conversion purchase campaign that you create is probably not going to be profitable. You just don't have the data to make a profitable decision, and neither does Facebook. So you could do all the complex flex targeting or single interest targeting you want, but the chances that you're going to get a sale on your first conversion campaign is very low. So I want to leave you guys with this. It's actually very hard to tell if a product is a winner with $20 to $100 of ad spent on a single product, right? It's pretty difficult to tell right away. You're gonna have to spend $250 if you're in the normal range of people who are testing products and aren't getting super duper lucky. So that's something to consider. And my guess is that you actually already have 3 or 4 winners that you've actually tested, but you just haven't given them enough time to see whether they're going to be profitable or not. So I do urge you to watch this video and actually click the link, the first link in the description, where I'm gonna leave you my Facebook ads tutorial for beginners, and that is a guaranteed way to start getting some sales on your Shopify store. It's a very, very powerful Facebook ads technique. Now guys, I said I'm going to give you 5, but I'm actually going to give you 6 if you stay all the way till the end of the video. So the bonus tip is at the end, and hint, it is actually the most important one. So make sure you stick around. I want to reward those of you who are getting all the way to the end. So let's keep going here. So the first thing is you want to look for fresh social engagement and general engagement on the Facebook ad video. So the first thing is that if the ad is actually still running, obviously, it's a very good sign. So make sure that the ad is still running and see how many views it has. And you can click on the second link in the description to see my Facebook product research video if you don't know what I'm talking about here. So the second thing that I take a look at is how recent the comments are. And if you guys look at all these images, it's all from 8 minutes ago, 9 minutes ago, 12 minutes ago, 50 minutes ago, which I took a picture of this morning. And the last thing to consider is that there's lots of tagging. So even though the reach was 20,000 people, right, another 10,000 or even another 5,000 people are coming in just because so many people are tagging their friends, which is awesome. And that shows that it's a very quality ad and a very, very quality product. All right, so the second thing is the high demand and trending. So right here I have a picture of the Aliexpress link. And in my personal opinion, I like to go with at least 500 orders on Aliexpress. That to me says there's just enough demand there. You don't really need an insanely in-demand product for it to be a winner. It doesn't really matter. It's up to your marketing. So 500 is usually the threshold for me, but honestly, you can probably find winners at 100 orders, 200 orders. Now, also you should check the rating. So I like highly rated products. Obviously, I talk about this so much on my channel. I like to order the products to my house myself to take a look at it, get a feel for it, and check whether this is a product I actually really want to be selling on my Shopify store. And the next thing I'm going to do is just check the main keywords on Google Trends. So this is really easy to do. And what I would do is just check the last 5 years of the product. And what I'm looking for is that it's steady, so it's relatively similar. There's a trend that we can follow year to year, or that it's slowly growing. So obviously gel nail polish is something that's been around for a while, so it does have a very predictable trend curve, and that's a good sign for me as well. It means the product is not dying anytime soon. All right, guys, so the third thing is going to be the perceived value. So how much value does the customer give to this product? Now, is the perceived value higher than the cost of the customer? So here's the product that I was doing research on this morning, the one that I found is a good example. So what it is a UV gel nail pen that you can like paint your nails with as a marker. It's kind of cool. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't really know about this stuff. I don't paint my nails, but what I would do to show a higher perceived value is definitely show this product being used and also finding the benefits for myself. So for this one, the benefits that I was able to find was it saves time, it's easy to apply, it's portable, lasts longer than regular nail polish. And those are the things that you're going to push to give it a higher perceived value, as well as obviously the pictures and the price that you put it at. Now, one last major consideration to just put in here is that does the product solve a need? And the need doesn't have to be a big one whatsoever. It just has to be big enough that people are somewhat interested. So one good example that I like to bring up is the dog scooper, the one that you can scoop your dog's poop with just by standing. It's like a gun, you click it and then it like arms close like that. Very simple, very good, and solves like a really small problem, but it sold millions. So you be the judge. Number 4 for my factors is going to be the price point. And the question that I'll start off by asking myself is, can I mark up the item at 3 times to 10 times? So anywhere in that range is a good markup for me if we're dealing with lower cost goods. So obviously if the product costs $25 and you're going to mark it up to $50, that's okay, but you basically want at least $25 profit per unit. That's kind of my threshold, but obviously you can make it work at lower levels if this is a product people buy a lot of quantity with. And I'm pretty sure this pen is something like that. If the answer is no, what I'm going to tell you is you're going to need upsells and you're going to need a strong back end. So products in the back end that people are upselling or cross-selling to is going to be important, because it's going to be really hard to make a profit off the front end, which is just the advertising for this product. When you do have a product being advertised on the front end, if you're trying to make profit off of it, you're going to need a higher profit margin. So, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. And that's why, going back to number 3, which was perceived value, it's really important to consider that. And if the answer is yes, you can start advertising. You have a potential winner to this point. If all the answers to this point were yes, I would, no hesitation, go ahead and, dump at least $250 into it if you have it. Now, number 5 is not as important as the rest of the 4, but it's still something I like to consider. It's building a grand vision. The best way to succeed long term is to create a brand. Obviously, if I were to take off the logo off of any of these water bottles, you would know what they are anyway. So that's why I like to focus on branding my products. So what do I mean by this? Do you see a real brand coming from this product? So if you don't know, Spigen, the iPhone cases, was a dropshipper at one point. They made a brand, and now, they stood the test of time. Do you have plans to develop the product in the future? So Spigen took generic cases and improved them in some ways. Obviously, it's a case. How good can it get? And number 3 is going to be private labeling and distribution centers. So this is going to be a later stage, but important nonetheless. You want to think about private labeling. What kind of logo do you want on it? How do you want to position it in the market? Stuff like that is really important to think about. And if you don't know what private labeling is, all it is just putting a logo on the product that is generic. And that's going to put you miles ahead of every Shopify dropshipper. It's really important to do in the long term if you want to keep making money from your brand. Bonus tip alert, bonus tip alert. Here it is, the bonus tip that I was talking about, the wow factor. Guys, I can't tell you how many of you send products to me when we're doing our consulting calls together, that you send me products that don't really have a wow factor. So let me explain to you guys what the wow factor is. Here's a meme of the guy from Storage Wars. Found used condoms. This is the wow factor. Easily $1,000 here. So I guess he likes to say wow factor. I just Googled wow factor on Google Images, and he's what came up. I thought this was funny. So the wow factor is basically when you're just scrolling through your product feed, you see an ad, and you're just like, wow, that is a good product. So it's the most important factor to a successful product. It doesn't need orders. It doesn't need scalability. You don't have to worry about anything if the product just has the wow factor. You can market anything, even if it has so little demand. If you can target, position it, and, execute everything properly, the wow factor will carry you all the way. You feel it or you don't. That's the reality with the product. If your girlfriend is sitting beside you, she will get the wow factor for different products as well. So you do have to kind of put yourself in the perspective of customers, but look for products that are giving you the wow factor, because that's going to make it so much easier for you to sell, and it's going to make your brand a whole lot more fun for you to take care of. So guys, that actually does it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. This is definitely the most important 5 things to consider. Don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be as complicated as you think. Most products are winners if they have a decent amount of orders on Aliexpress. It really just comes down to your marketing experience. Anyway, guys, don't overthink it. Take action and succeed on Shopify. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.